Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. I'm Naomi, your host, and I am really excited today because I just finished sending an email to Aubrey Kovach, who manages the Tricky Lug account, and I will be one of the featured builders this week on Tricky Lug's Instagram account. And it was interesting that as I was putting together the bio and sending it off to her, I had to find all these old pictures and look at some of the things that I've done over the years. And I just realized that I haven't really been doing this for that long. I've been a builder, or I should say, I've built sets before. And in fact, one of the things that I like to tell people is that Lego has been such a great opportunity for me because there's so many people around the world who love Lego, and we share this passion for this toy or this art medium. And I'm really humbled that they wanted me to be a part of this spotlight feature. So anyway, so as I was going through some of my photos, and I'm sorry I have this drunk cameraman situation going on. I had to I was using my camera, my Canon camera, for a while, but the problem is the battery would die. So I was hoping that before this episode that the battery would show up, and it's here. There goes my camera again. It just arrived. So I will open this in a second, but this should be the cable that will make my Canon 100%, and then you won't have this drunk cameraman situation going on. I know it looks ridiculous, but it is what it is. So anyway, so I was putting together all this information for Aubrey, and I started, thinking back, well, when did this all start? As far as some of you may be wondering, why am I streaming and what made me decide to do this? And part of it is because I missed being on the radio. I forgot about how much fun it was. I used to be known as the Movie Muse on KPCA LP 103.3 FM in Petaluma, California. So I spent 2 years doing movie reviews, and it kind of fits that what people do on streaming is that they do reviews of different sets, or give opinions about things. And I thought, you know what, this is probably why it's such a good fit for me. I had been on the radio for a couple years, and it's actually an interesting story. This won't be in the entire background of the Instagram account because they can't go on in longer detail. But for those of you who are curious, I got my start on the radio because of Lego. What happened is that I was working on a stop motion animation, which was for Bricks by the Bay, which will be in the article. It was a little stop motion animation that I called Snakebite. And I spent 3 hours in this green room over at this place called Petaluma Community Access. And when I was there, the radio guy asked me what I was doing. And I said, look, I'm doing this stop motion animation. It's just really rough. I just want to test the green screen capability. And then he said, well, we're looking for people to be on the radio. And then I thought about it some more. And I said, you know what? I love movies. I love talking about movies and also pop culture. And so I pitched the idea to him about movie reviews on this radio show. And you can find this if you go to Facebook and just look up The Movie Muse, you'll find me. And wow, this camera is really, really in front here. Let me step back a little bit. I feel like I'm right in your face. So anyway, I was on the radio for a couple years, and I absolutely loved it. And I think what I'm hoping to do with this show, the Brickanista Broadcast Network, is to bring some similar things to the Lego space that I was doing on the radio when I was at KPCA. So yes, I've gone by many names before. So you know me as the Brickanista, but I used to be known as the Movie Muse in a previous life. One of the things that I also realized, because she asked me, well, why don't you talk about some of your hobbies or some of the things that you like to do outside of Lego? And I do work for my own company, 1000 Crane Studios. And I've been doing some animations as well as some streaming for clients. And I also love American football. As you already know, if you followed me on Twitch, during football season, I was watching the 49ers games while I was streaming. And I don't think there's a lot of people who do that. So, anyway, I am really, really thrilled that with all of this that's been going on, I have an opportunity to be on the air again, similar to what I was doing when I was in Petaluma, and doing something that I love, which is Lego. And, some of you may be thinking, well, what made you decide to do this now? And as many of you know, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. And being in a pandemic, it really is harder to try to manage through this on your own. And also just with a few resources. And I tell people that I love being on the air too, because my viewers are also some of the people who help me out too. When I've been building things, sometimes my viewers will tell me, oh, you know what, you missed a step, or, you put in the wrong pieces at a certain step. And that really helps me out too, because if you're building on your own, sometimes you may think you're doing something right, and then just getting another set of eyes really helps. So anyway, welcome back. I am going to see if I move to the main screen, if I won't have this huge face here. So, okay, I do have a big face in the screen, but it's smaller, so it's a little bit better. So I wanted to just mention that the title of this was shown as Super Sewer Baby, or Super Sewer Baby Saturday. So I just had this mindstorm right before going on the air, and I had talked with a few people about it, that they've missed Super Sewer Baby. And I thought, you know what I could do, which is really no different than what was happening on Tricky Bricks, is Tricky Bricks would give us a challenge, and then I would build a Super Sewer Baby story around that challenge. So my hope is, if we get enough viewers, that as we start working through this, that I'll be able to start building something with regard to this challenge, whatever the audience decides to give me. I know that's kind of risky, because I don't know who's going to show up today. But I figure, it's a MOC. It's something that can be changed and formed and adapted over time. But before we do that, I have some mail to open. So, and like I said, I'm sorry about this camera. If I can get this going, I may be able to switch this camera out and put the other one in. Depends on how long we go today. So anyway, so here we go. And if somebody can do me a favor and type in the chat, I just want to make sure that sometimes what's happened in YouTube is that it broadcasts two different places for some reason, and I get two broadcasts. So I just want to make sure if somebody can just text something in the chat, that would help me out a lot. And let's see, I can do something here. Hello. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping. Okay, maybe we are having a problem, because I just typed something in the chat, and, oh, there it is. Okay, it is here. Because I was going to say, it's not showing up. What do I do? Okay, so, oh, both of my items arrived today. Okay, I was only expecting this. So this is the power supply, because I use a Canon T4i when I'm not using this Logitech, and the Logitech is set to follow my face, and maybe that's the thing, is maybe I need to reset that so it doesn't follow my face. But it looks like I'm I hope it doesn't make you seasick. Yay! Brickanista, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm assuming you can hear me. I'm assuming you're watching. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the magic cord, because since I'm using this older camera, when I'm not using this Logitech, it cuts out when the battery's dead. So now, if this thing is what I hope it is, okay, so we have a battery supply, and this should be the magic piece. Yes. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is going to work. So at least for tomorrow, I have a special guest, and my special guest will be there. Yay, Doc! Hi, how are you? Okay, so this, I'm going to, let's see, I'll put this on my down camera. So if you can see this, this is the power adapter that goes into the Canon. And then this will attach to this, and then I'll have infinite power, so to speak. At least the camera will have infinite power so that it doesn't keep cutting out. And I'm really excited because tomorrow, as you know, I started adding a 1 p.m. stream. Wow, this camera is really goofy. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, I added another stream on Sundays. Yep. You have to ask, is that a Lego bison? It is a bison. It is not a Lego bison, but good call on the bison. Oh, hey, Brickman Mosaic Art. Thank you for joining. Okay, so Doc was asking about this, and this is what's known as the Brickanista Build and Yak. So I didn't have a yak, so this is the closest I have to a yak. This is actually a gift I got from Oklahoma. I gave a speech in Oklahoma, and they gave me a bison made of ironwood. And it's beautiful. I love it. And since I don't have a yak, someday I'll go find a yak. But that's representing my yak at the moment. So anyway, how can the old Dockster get on the Brickanista network? Oh, well, you kind of are on the Brickanista broadcast network because you're watching me right now. But if you go to my Twitch account, I have my Discord link. So I haven't expanded Discord very much yet, but I plan to put more information there. And the other thing I just created today, and I'm going to put it to this camera. Let's see if it shows up. The BBN, the Brickanista Broadcast Network. So you are now officially on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Even Gents in the chat. Yeah, yeah. You mean, yeah. So Gents in the chat. We have Rick Brickham. We have Doc Sampson. So yeah, we're just all hanging out here. So thank you so much for hanging out. As I mentioned, I figured today I was going to do kind of a free-form meeting, but oh my God, this camera is driving me crazy. I'm almost tempted to swap my camera out now, but we'll see how it goes. We'll just see, because like I said, it's what did the buffalo say to the kid on his way to school? Oh no, what did he say? This is great. You always have these great dad jokes, Brickman Mosaic. Okay, I'm going to have to guess. Let's see. What did the buffalo say? Meant to say evening. Oh, no worries. No worries, Rick. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to see if I move backward, I wonder if the camera is going to zoom in or if it'll keep a distance. Okay, looks like it's keeping a distance, so maybe that's good. Bison? Oh, bison. Maybe you should rephrase that. Oh, I say, what did the buffalo say to his kid on his way to school? Okay, bye, son. Nice. Okay, if you're wondering what this is, I have a pre-announcement. Let me go back to the front camera for a moment. Rolling your eyes. All right. So this, my friends, is the Mighty Dinosaur Creator 3-in-1. Here, I'm going to cover my whole face, see what happens. The Mighty Dinosaur Creator 3-in-1. I got this. In fact, here's a tip for you, Doc Sampson, because you're in Seattle. I got this from the Bellevue Target for $11.99. It's the only one in Seattle that has it. And it's normally $14.99, and I'm saving this for Thrifty Thursday. And the announcement I have is that I'm doing a collaboration with Debo Bricks. And when Debo was on my stream Thursday, I was doing the Minions set, and he said that would be really cool for a rebrick. So we started talking some more, and I said, you know what? We should do a rebrick. So we started searching, And what's cool about this is that you'll see on the back, you have a, oh my God, this is all over the place. Okay, let me go to my down camera. This is really bad. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's my camera is set to automatically follow my face. You see how it just followed my face there? Okay, so anyway, down camera. Here we go. All right. So this is a 3-in-1. So you have the parts to make the T-Rex, a pterodactyl, and a triceratops. And I know it's extreme zoom. It's really weird. So I think I'm going to keep it on this angle right now, which is why I was switching out to my Canon. So I know it's like if you want to see every little bit of my face, you want to go onto the full camera. But anyway, so this Mighty Dinosaur set, you have time to get this because I'm going to build it, or actually Debo's going to build it on Monday. I'm going to build it on Thursday. And then we're doing a rebrick challenge to the community. And then we'll show everybody's rebricks. So anyway, we're still working out the logistics. It went after the Lego Batman 2. Oh, did it? Oh, I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay. That is so funny. Yeah, that camera is insane. I know I turned it on. I don't know how to turn it off, but it seems to want, and like I said, it's kind of cool in some ways. If I move out of frame like this, see how it follows me? And if I move over here, it follows me this way. So it's kind of like having a camera person. It's just I can't set the distance as far as how far away it is. It kept zooming and zooming and zooming. Yeah, I know. I like I said, sometimes it acts great because like if I'm moving over here to do some building, let's just say I'm going to move over here so I can reach this. And now it gets kind of confused because I think it's looking at Batman's face and then my face too. And then it says, oh, okay, she's the one we need to zoom in on. And then let me move this way. Nope. It's very bizarre. So anyway, I'll help it out by turning the camera a little bit this way. So it only has me to look at. There we go. So it's almost scary. Yeah, I know. I know. Somebody was telling me it's like having a drunk cameraman on site. I thought it was going to help me out. Yeah, love ghosts. I don't know. But anyway, so welcome. Welcome here. And what I thought I would do is, first of all, just explain some of the challenges that I've recently done and also explain some of the characters. And so this was a recent submission to Tricky Bricks. And what I did is, Naomi, you got a couple Target gift cards for your birthday? Oh, okay. Yeah, use them on Lego. That's perfect. Yeah, and in fact, one of the things that I was going to mention, Brickman Mosaic, is you said you wanted to participate in this challenge, this rebrick challenge. Target carries this creator set. So if you want to get that, you can get it at Target right now for like $11.99, which is dirt cheap. And it's a 3-in-1, and you get a lot of dinosaurs out of it. And then we were talking about putting out a rebrick challenge to people about how could you recreate this into something else. I imagine we might get a lot of spaceships because if you look at the pterodactyl, with some of the wingspan that's going on with the pterodactyl, it would be really good. Yeah, I know, it's hilarious. Well, I tell people this is the Brickanista Broadcast Network. We don't have a lot of staff. And not only do we not have a lot of staff, it's the bubblegum and duct tape network. So we do the best we can with what we have. You find that the Fred Meyer at the Thrasher's Corner has the best selection of Lego and is the earliest of the Freddies to get stuff. Oh, okay. That's good to know. I will have to check that one out because I usually go to the one at Alderwood. I buy 2 3-in-1 sets, one for the challenge and one for the giveaway on Instagram. Oh, that's a great idea. So you can do one as a giveaway. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, so I did confirm with Debo that he does have the set. In fact, he told me that the Lego store was sold out, but his local store, not Target, but some other store had it. So I'm just going to say, if you want to participate in this, we are still working out the details. We should have a full announcement on Monday. And Devo will stream at 9 o'clock a.m. on Monday. And then I'll stream on my usual YouTube time, 9 o'clock p.m. on Thursday. And what we're probably going to do is he might build one like the Triceratops, and I might build the T-Rex, or maybe we'll do this both together. We're still figuring out the details. You mention it only because Fred Meyer does a lot of the buy one, get 40% a lot of the year. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In fact, the next time I'm going to pick up road plates. I had a conversation with the Sea Lug people about the road plates, and I think I'm going to pick up a bunch of them. All the Lego is locked up at that store. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. So, so anyway, so for today, instead of doing a set, I thought it would be kind of fun to work on a couple different things. One of them is, there goes my camera again, is I wanted to just explain what I was doing with the Tricky Lug Challenge. So this was the base. You probably remember we worked on just creating the base. And then I just did a simple um, mock of this. And then I saw what everybody else was doing, and I said, you know what? I kind of phoned it in. I just put characters on the platform and just kind of left it at that. I mean, I still have cool characters. I mean, I think that's one of my strengths is having the cool characters. And all the let's see, laters. Oh, do you have to go, Rick Brickham? Okay, bye. Take care. Hey, but thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it. You're going to catch the rest of my stream tomorrow? Okay. And then tomorrow on Sunday is my special guest is going to be here at 1 o'clock p.m. So I'm doing my 1 o'clock stream tomorrow with Max Braun, who is one of the originators of Micropolis. And I'm really excited about that. And then Brickworm will be joining us too. It'll be my first official guest appearance. It'll be there. You were hoping that people would actually put a car underneath the float. Oh, well, somebody did put wheels, but they didn't actually put the car underneath. You're right. Did anyone hear that a man 25 stole 7,500 worth of Lego? What? Really? No, I didn't hear that. So this was in the Oregon area? 20, oh wow. So they caught him then, I'm assuming, because you said a man 25 stole, so they know, or they know who it is, right? Because they know his age. Wow, that's messed up. But Lego is expensive, so it wouldn't surprise me. Or go all country and have a truck pulling the float, which is built on a flatbed. Yeah, that's true. And nobody really did that. In fact, that might be something we could try to do because I do have, in fact, here's something I want to show you. Okay, check this out. This is the residual of a mock I had made for Super Sewer Baby during the Daily Brick Limit Challenge in January. And I was just thinking, when you mentioned that, Doc, this would be hilarious to be almost like a tractor pull in front of the float. Washington Square Mall. Oh, wow. Okay. As you can see, since this was the daily brick limit, we didn't have a whole lot of pieces, so this is literally being held by a stud. And of course, since I'm on the air, it's not it's not securing. Okay, I think that'll fit. And then I had put Super Sewer Baby up top here. I had put him in this little rubber band. Oops, yeah, this is really falling apart, isn't it? Okay, so the good news is, we could do whatever we want today. This is, I'm so glad the camera isn't catching all of this with everything falling apart. All right. And that's why it's interesting because right now we're taking photos of everything. Okay, there we go. So let's go back to what did I do for the float? I just did something really simple. I just put this together, and I didn't even secure the banana boat. I just like left it on there. So, like I said, I was in a rush. They found a lot of Monkey Kid, Ninjago, and Technic sets in his truck. Wow, $7,500. That's a lot. Now, I did spend a little bit more time on this one because this is Mustache Sally and Bits. And the reason why I spent more time on this is that for those of you who saw me create Mustache Sally doesn't have any studs on the bottom. Her or there, you can see that it's mostly an upside down build and it's flat. So I had to spend time creating this little trough so that she would have some place to sit. What about make a new Disney MOC? Oh, okay. So a Disney Super Sewer Baby MOC or just Disney? I don't have a lot of Disney characters. In fact, I think I have a chipmunk character. I think Chip and Dale, are they Disney? Maybe. I don't know. I have an Ariel figure somewhere. Let me see if I have it handy. But yeah, we could do that. We could do, or what I could do is create something similar to that and then add it later. Okay, I'm looking at some of my minifigs. So you just made me realize, Brickman Mosaic, that I don't have a lot of that. Now, the other thing that we could work on is Joriel Builds, as you know, has a challenge right now for the 10th of March, and that's to make a photo bomb scene. So make a scene in history and then have a fruit person photobomb it. So the only fruit person I have is Banana Man. So that's something that we could do as well today. But tomorrow I'm really saving for the Micropolis special. All right, so just Disney, and you don't need Disney figs. You can just use snots. Oh, are you talking about a mosaic? Making a Disney mosaic? Because that could be a possibility. Or, like I said, I know I have an Ariel minifig somewhere. It's just my desk is a bit of a mess right now. In fact, I I had to scramble to start on time, and so that's why you see this cardboard box right here because it's covering up my desk at the moment. So okay, so you don't mean a mosaic. So you're talking about making a brick built Disney character, like a face or something? That might be a challenge. Might be something worth doing. You know, do that stuff at your villain lair, not in the parking lot. Oh, the guy should have left the stuff in the brown boxes and just loaded up. But he was emptying the sets out of the cases, wasting time out in the open. Oh my God. That that's like that show, like Stupid Criminals or something like that. You can use snots for figs. Look at my Simpsons mocks that you made. No Disney Friends figs. Um, I'm not a big Disney person. I have some elves. I have the Minions that I just did. I have Batman figs, but honestly, the only fig I know of. Oh, I take that back. I have a Duplo minifig or Duplo fig of Elsa, so I could use that. I have this whole Duplo castle that I built, the ice castle. So I could build something like that of, in fact, you know what might be kind of good? Maybe we can combine challenges. If I think of Elsa as a Duplo fig, in fact, are you familiar with Evita and the real famous portion of the scene where she's on the balcony and she's speaking to all of her people? So I could have that and then put the Banana Man photobombing her. Something else. What about a miniature Gotham City? Oh, okay. No Disney Friends figs. Yeah, you know, like I said, I'm not big on I'm not big on Disney. I have I I'm still thinking about what figs I have in the Disney line. And I really the ones I have are that Elsa set, and I have a micro minifig of the Little Mermaid, Ariel. And like I said, I'm not even sure where that is right now. I'm just seeing if I see it handy, but it wasn't on my tray that I normally keep some of my handy minifigs. So I think, yeah, sorry guys. Like I said, I'm a fairly new builder. Oh, there goes my camera again. Okay, anyone looking forward to the Looney Tunes CMFs? Yeah, Brickman doesn't ask for something simple. No, he doesn't. So now you know what the Brickanista is lacking is that she doesn't have a whole lot of Disney figs. I see, as you can see here, this is the book from Ariel's little storybook. So I parted it out, and I know that that minifig is around somewhere, but let me check one more place and see if it pops up. Okay, we might have a possibility of, let's see, Mulan. That's Disney, right? Because I think this is the Mulan figure. I know it's the torso. It may or may not be the right face. Yeah, let me see if I put it up to this camera here. So Mulan counts, right? Mulan counts as a Disney character. I remember too, I just saw a, oh, where did I put that? Okay. Why don't we do this? Why don't we do a mashup? Why don't we do something like Mulan meets Super Sewer Baby? That would need a backdrop for a bat signal. Yeah, a mini Gotham City. Yeah, well, you know what? It might be good for Micropolis since we're going to be talking to Max tomorrow. Is if we do a little mini city, something like that. But just now that you mentioned the Mulan thing, Mulan counts. I'm going to call it. So you asked me what minifigs I had. So I'm pretty sure that this is the Mulan character. So I'm gonna roll with that. And the Mulan character, I'm also gonna grab this. So this came off of my float. This is from the Chinese Spring Lantern Festival. So we can combine that. Maybe we'll put that on the float. Why don't we make a Mulan float? We could do that. That'd be easy. Because, and so just so you know that I'm going to not use this. I'm instead going to use portions of what we had here. Let me see if I can, let's see if I can angle this a little bit. All right, I'm zooming out a little. And let's see if we can turn this. There we go. Okay, so you can see what I have here. So I'm thinking right now, I mean, I already have some bamboo, which is cool. And here's a little bit of the behind the scenes issues. So according to the template that Richard and Flynn had, is you had these 1x4s and snot pieces going around the perimeter. So now that I don't need the blue one, this one had gray. Actually, I have a lot of gray. I think I'm going to use gray instead. So you see how we have that gray? I have a ton of gray 1x4s. So I think we're gonna do that. So we're gonna redo a float Disney style, unless, like I said, if I want to work on, is there a famous scene that would include a minifig like Mulan? Bruh. You're setting up a, okay, Omegle. I'm sure that was easy. Yeah, she's a Disney princess. Yeah, totally. Okay, I have no idea what you said there, Brickman Mosaic. He's setting up a Onegle? Onegle? I have no idea what you just said there. Okay, so anyway, I think here's a funny thing. We can put all of these into the little scooper. Get all these dots off of here. So some people are big fans of dots. I'm kind of on the fence because there's some things I like about them, but there's other things that I find kind of annoying about them. So why is this called Super Sewer Baby Saturday? Well, because originally I asked if we could do a Super Sewer Baby build, and you guys said you wanted me to do Disney. So, but let me show you Super Sewer Baby, because I think Doc Samson, you may not be familiar with this. So here's my Super Sewer Baby build of him and his Bananarama jetpack. And what I would do is Tricky Bricks would give me a challenge or give us a challenge, and I would work in Super Sewer Baby into the challenge. So that's what I was thinking is that I said, okay, you guys give me a challenge. Tell me Super Sewer Baby, saves Batman or something, which I've done before, but and then build a mock from that. But that's why I called it Super Sewer Baby Saturday. I wasn't expecting you guys to say, well, no, we want you to build Disney. And of course, I don't have a lot of Disney characters, right? I have Mulan. I have a micro Ariel. I didn't know we were voting. Well, it was, as I mentioned, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. It was like, what am I going to stream today? Because I don't want to stream too much Micropolis today because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. And I don't really want to build a set because we built a set on Thursday. Because I think one of the things I've noticed with streamers, I mean, I don't know about you, but there's only so many sets that you can watch, right, at any given time. And I don't know, maybe you can watch somebody building a set every time they stream, but Bananarama, exactly. So Doc Samson, that is the Bananarama jetpack right there. And the Bananarama jetpack converted into this Bananarama submarine. Now, it's not a submarine now because I had to use the dome for another mock, but this is the basis of the Bananarama submarine too. But I don't know. I mean, I think that we could work something out with Mulan possibly. Doc did a video about meeting people on Onegle. Oh, okay. It's on Zoom, but it's old. He tried to roast Doc. He said that making a mini mock of Gotham isn't easy, so I was trying to get back at him. Oh, okay. Well, but honestly, maybe this is a good point. If we were to do Gotham City as Micropolis, then you could put a lot of the elements there. We have like mini bats that could be like the bat signal. He wasn't trying to get you. So anyway, okay. All right, so have we decided then? Or, did you want to do, like I said, the other option I was thinking about is the scene from Evita, because I'm looking at this mock right now, or this set, this Duplo set, that we could take the balcony portion, and we just need to find like a microphone, and instead of the Elsa character, I could actually take the Mulan character and put a blonde wig on it, and then put the Banana Man as the photobomb character. You don't have any mocking skills. Okay. All right. I'm leaning towards this balcony thing. All right. I'm going to grab this because it's right over here. So hold on a second. Let me see what the camera does too. I think the camera is going to go crazy. Okay, I'm back. And now the camera is going to go whoop. Neither do I. You just copy it off a picture. Well, I think you guys aren't giving yourself enough credit. Okay, so here's the Elsa set that I was talking about. So this balcony piece is perfect for Evita. So I'm looking at this going, this could easily be the, excuse me, the balcony where Evita gave her famous speech. And I would just need to take this apart and focus on this section here and then put the banana man kind of like photobombing her while she's speaking and then take a photo of that. So I think that's what we're going to do today, because I told Joriel Builds that I was going to try to submit something for his challenge. And this is very fortunate. I have an empty tray of dots things. Stephen Lee! Hey, Stephen, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that because I am trying to get to 100 subscribers. So if I can get to 100 subscribers, then I don't have to keep sending people to my tiny URL. This camera's cracking me up. It's hilarious. Okay, so I'm taking off these pieces. Let me see if I can hold this up. All right, we're going to do a zoom in for the main screen. Let's try this. All right, so now you can see this. And I guess it must have the green screen on here. Let me see if I can take that green screen off. Video capture. Hold up. This is like, all right. All right, let me check the preferences here. Properties. This camera cracks me up, I tell you. All right, why is this acting, looking for the properties of the video so I could turn the green screen off. Like I said, you're watching the all right, we're gonna try one more thing, otherwise I'm just gonna punt. Properties. Wow, that camera is pretty creepy, isn't it? Color space, color range. Okay, it's just acting weird, sorry. Anyway, back to the build. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to combine Super Sewer Baby and the Banana Guy and Evita. And that's what we're going to do. And I think we're going to use this ice castle as kind of a basis. But you know that Duplo and system bricks actually work together. Okay, I'm going to move back to the down camera. This is really creepy. Okay, I'm going to move back. All right, so I'm going to try to do this way. And this way you can see what I'm doing. All right, so we have this ice castle. And we're going to take this apart, but keep some of the components together. Especially because we're just making a photo for the build. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people use Duplo in Tricky Bricks or in Joriel Build's challenge. So I think this will also set us apart. Now here are some really cool pieces that came with this Duplo. It's these translucent ones that make for really good waterfalls and such. And I think what we're going to have to do, just looking at this, is we're going to have to move this back. Yeah, this is the door. We're going to take that door off. And I think we can still fit this. Oh, that's weird. Okay, why is this not fitting? I just took it off and it fit before. Okay. Wow. I think it's probably because I'm turning it. Okay, let me turn it towards me. this is supposed to be good for like 2-year-olds, and I'm having a hard time with it. All right. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we put the balcony back on here. Yeah, I think this is going to work great. I might even be able to do it this way. See, we're trying to get this piece as the balcony, and I might have to actually put it on here. Yeah, like I said, building for the camera versus building alone. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm just seeing what we have here so it doesn't look so much like an ice castle anymore. I do have some Duplo bricks behind me too in my supply. Okay. All right. Okay, I think this is going to work. There's Super Sewer Baby, but okay, so hear me out here. Okay, so we've got Evita on her balcony. We got Banana Man, who's going to photobomb her. Now, what's interesting about this is that there is no studs on this little piece here. We might be able to fix that with some system brick. And then we might be able to have Super Sewer Baby flying in on the Bananarama jetpack. Nightmare fuel? What? What happened? What did I miss here? Remember, you don't have any mocking skills. Yeah, we got that. Neither do I. Nightmare fuel. You're talking about mocking is nightmare fuel? Oh my god, it's Max Braun! The amazing Max is here, or the original Max is here. We were just talking about you, and we were talking about tomorrow. And tomorrow we will not have this following camera problem because my power supply just showed up today. Because I'm starting to use my Canon T4i, but the Canon has a battery that only lasts about an hour and a half. So welcome. The camera was zoomed in. Yeah, it was zoomed in super high. Nightmare fuel. What was it like? Focused on my eyes or on my nose or something? I know, it's crazy. Okay, so going back to this. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this. I think this piece might fit right in there. So this is a system round tile plate. Oh, it fits perfectly. Okay. All right, so now we can put her here, right on the edge. We'll need to get like a microphone or something, but all right. Let me see if I can point that to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome, actually. I might not even need a microphone. Okay. And then we have to have Banana Man like photobombing her. That's part of the MOC assignment. And yeah. Okay. Now I also need to put a blonde wig on her for her to be Evita. But I think, see, the problem is Banana Man's hands do not move. And he is too far in. Excuse me, too far out. All right. Okay, we got Banana Man there. We got Evita. What you building? It started off as a Super Sewer Baby MOC, and I was asking people to give me ideas. That was kind of the plan. But then we were talking and people were saying, I didn't realize I had to vote to watch this stream. So I said, okay, maybe what we'll do instead is there's another challenge right now that Joriel Builds is doing, which is called the Photobomb Challenge, where you take a vegetable or a fruit person and you take a moment in history and have the fruit person photobomb them. So in my case, I've chosen Evita. So Evita is giving her speech to her people, and the Banana Man has photobombed that. And we're using Duplo as a change because I thought some of the pieces that this Duplo set are actually quite awesome. And one of them is this balcony piece, which is pretty dope, yo. It's a dope piece. And I think really what I need to do is set the stage of maybe a lot of minifigures looking up to her as she's giving this speech, and the Banana Man is photobombing her. So I think we have the elements of the MOC. It's just a matter of how do I flesh it out a little bit more. So I'm already decommissioning the ice castle. And if you had watched my stream before, the reason why I bought this set was for this one brick. This is a Duplo lighted brick. If you buy this on Bricklink, it's $20 just for this. So if you look it up, this is the Frozen Ice Castle. And then the reason why this is a dope piece is that when you press it, you can leave it pressed and it lights up for a while. And it has several different settings. And I know this camera is not picking it up really well, but it's like red and white, yellow and white, and this is orange right now. So anyway, you did keep your kid's Duplo. You bury it in the base of large built. Exactly, exactly. Duplo is great for what they call a Duplo core, so that you don't have to use as many of your system bricks. And I think a lot of people don't, or they snub Duplo because they think Duplo is, not sophisticated enough. But you're right. You can bury the Duplo underneath your bigger builds and get, pretty massive builds that way. So that's what we're doing, is we are recreating the Evita scene. And I didn't plan this today. In fact, it just became a brainstorm right on this stream today. You remember you mentioning the lighted Duplo brick. Yes. And this lighted Duplo brick only shows up in two sets. This one is, I think, $59 or $49. And the other one is like $120. So if you look it up on Bricklink, this is the Frozen Ice Castle. And you can get it with that lighted brick, which is in and of itself, I think, worth it. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking for the camera, it doesn't need to be this tall because they are minifigures instead of Duplo figures. So I'm going to reduce this down a little bit, but I think we have the premise. I think the premise is still solid. Heck, you still have your son's Duplo or Quattro? Oh, well, all of this, and I'm hoping, so you're going to be my first official special guest, Max. When you heard Jen say, well, I've seen other people on your stream before, that's because what I would do is my C-Lug friends, we would be sorting and hanging out, and then I would just stream that together. So you're actually a special guest where we're actually planning to talk about a specific topic. So it's still legit, just so you know. It wasn't like I made that up. Uh-oh, there goes that. Okay, so what I'm doing now is these pillars are pretty cool, but we may not need them. I'm thinking just for the photo, we probably, in fact, this might actually be good. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking these, and this is a plate, it looks like. Yeah. I know it looks like a jumbled mess right now, but it'll be good. Don't worry, it'll all come together. It will all be fine. It's dope, yo. That's right, it is. It is dope, and you're on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to having you on. And let's see. In fact, we could probably take these off at the top. You see how mocking goes? You just kind of move things around and see how things work. And like I said, I think Duplo gets a bad rap. I think people don't take it into consideration as much, and they're missing out. All right. All right, so I think what we can do is use, I know we have some of those smaller iridescent ones. And these pieces are nice. I mean, look at this. This is like this iridescent, sparkly trans blue. Put that underneath here. Need 2 of these. And one of these days, I will have a better down camera so you can see what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for the blue. No, there's another one. There should be. Or did I put it down? We have all of these, but these are the tall ones. I was looking for the short one. So these are the tall ones. All right, well, don't see it, so I'm going to have to say and the other thing about MOCs is you can put things in different configurations too. So maybe these purple ones will work like this instead. Your daughter is going to push the show in her Discord? Oh wow, cool. I don't know what kind of crowd of teenagers will bring, but it'll be a boost. Okay, well that's cool. Hey, I'm up for it. The way I look at things, I mean, the worst that can happen is I get raided, or not raided, if like the IRS or somebody comes in and says, "What are you doing?" Thankfully, I haven't had the neighbors complain. I think so far things seem to be working pretty well. Okay, I think we have a base. Once I put this down. All right, so this for a minifig scale is probably going to be fine. I don't think we have to get much bigger than that. And then I think fortunately, as I mentioned, this round, it looks like a 6x6 will fit perfectly right in there. Oops. So we got that. Here, I'll angle it this way for the camera. Yeah, so that's Evita. I think I just have to figure out what to do with the top. I think we could probably get by with the either the blue. Yeah, I don't have a lot of choices here, so I think just the blue up here. All right, cool. And you do know that System Bricks and Duplo do coincide. So I think the other option, let's try one more option here. Now, a 2x2 round should fit onto these. There we go. So you are going to learn something new on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Okay, I'm going to move this because it seems like it's the weight's too heavy. All right, so you see what's happening here? Is we are converting the top to system brick, and then we can add system bricks on top. So these round 2x2s will fit there. And I guess we'll use purple for the back. I think you need a little counterbalance or maybe attach it to a base plate. Yeah, in fact, that's a good point. I do have a base plate, and I have this upside down, which is why that's not fitting. Okay. All right. So good point, Max. And here's the base plate. So we can put this here. In fact, that'll be awesome. Let me see if I can put it in front here. You missed my discussion earlier about how I had to start the stream right away. So that's why you have this box on top of my desk. Okay, so there we go. Move this back just a little bit more. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So we have that. The Banana Man's going to photobomb her. We could have Super Sewer Baby coming in for a flying visit, if we want to have Super Sewer Baby bombing as well. It's a possibility. Okay. Now the other thing I probably need to do before I take the photo is have like a lot of minifigs in the background that are, you know, speaking or being a part of this. Now that I've put these on top though, I'm just looking at this to see how these line up. Because for some reason they look like they're a little wonky. Yeah. I think you have to turn them slightly so that they line up. But so you are going to learn something new today as far as using system brick with Duplo. Okay, so I think on the system brick top, just trying to think what would be good on top of there. Maybe some quarter rounds. Let's see. I've got these quarter round 1x4s, which are not 1x4s, quarter round 4x4s, which you've seen in a lot of other things. And if I had aligned these properly, aha, look at that. It's beautiful. So there you go. You see that conversion now that we had to Duplo to system brick? Oh, Joel, hey, just a quick drive-by to say hi before you turn in. Okay, hey, great to see you. You're driving to the city, San Francisco today was exhausting for the traffic. Yeah, I don't blame you. No kidding. You would think there was no pandemic. Yeah, probably. Anyway, we are playing with Duplo and also doing the Jorial Builds photobomb scenario. And honestly, this curved piece is amazing. This is definitely dope. If you take a look at that, I mean, you're not going to see that in other sets. So that alone, plus the lighted brick, is pretty cool. So, okay, so we put this curved piece, and then I'm not sure if I have them, but you can put like those half dome pieces on, those curved dome pieces. I don't have them in white, but I see them in purple. I'm hesitating because this is what I was thinking about, like these dome pieces, but I don't want to really tear this one off. Perfect. Perfect as far as the conversion, or perfect that the the pandemic has caused Joel to be locked in traffic. Yeah, I'm hesitating because I want to put something there, but I'm not sure where those dome pieces are. Because the other option, now that we have system, you can start putting whatever you want on top, right? And maybe when you guys said you don't do MOCs, there's a reason for that, because you need to have bricks, right, to do MOCs. And I'm looking at these, and this is one of those arches that you may have seen. That actually looks not too bad, having that there. I'm just going to try something out to see how it looks. I haven't tried putting multiples of these on a MOC before, but it could work for something like this. That's not too bad. Looks different. Perfect how the quarter round pieces carried the curve through. Yeah, exactly. So the thing about Duplo and System Brick is you can have them meld together if you do it in the right way. And right now, this is actually looking kind of interesting, because the other thing I discovered, for those of you who were on my other stream, is that those curved pieces, I have one here. I bought a whole bunch from a, there goes my camera again. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to show you a technique that I used in a different MOC, is that you can do this bend into a palisade brick. I'll just do it for now, just so you can see the technique. I'm going to take these off for now, because I think you're going to need the girth. But you can do this. You put these two palisades on either side, and then these tubes will fit right into the palisades and form an arch like that. That's really not what we need for this MOC, but it's a technique you can use in the future. And if you don't see it, let me see if I can put a piece of paper behind it. You can see that's a technique that you can use. Quattro attaches to Duplo, Duplo attaches to system. Exactly, exactly. There's a lot to be said here. And so going back to guests, so you're my first special guest, Max, and one of the ones that I want to invite are the Duplo person from the Netherlands, Eveline, and she was paired up with Natasha. So Eveline and Natasha, if I can get them on the show, I want them to also be here. So that's really exciting. All right, so going back to this, is that we have a lot of options now for the top, because we have now system on top. Only problem is I can't remember where I put my cones. So or my domes. I do have cones though, however, and this might actually be a nice little addition, is that For those of you who are into the like those fairy tale kinds of things, that this will fit right on top. And I have the smaller cone to put here too. So, I mean, if I wanted to do something like that, that kind of, but this is Evita's castle, or Evita's, and I think if I remember right, how many of you are familiar with Argentina? I think if I remember right, I think she gave that speech in front of the Pink Palace. Let me see. There's something we can do called Google. All right, so I'm going to, let me see if I can get my window capture working. See if I can get a screen up. Let's see, Chrome. All right, let's see if that shows up. Okay, it does. All right, so you can see right above me, I have my Chrome browser in the background. So I'm just going to do a search and leave that chat window up. So we're going to do a search for Evita speech balcony. There we go. Oops. Okay. So, aha. Yep, it is the Pink Palace. But we could use a black and white photo like this one. Iconic mystery who continues to polarize the masses. I'm just looking for this reference photo. Okay, so check that out. All right, so if you can see that photo there, I don't know, it's kind of small. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, that might work. Yeah, okay. This is good. This is really good. So we can use the black and white photo. Otherwise, I'd have to reconstruct it for pink. All right. So that is the Evita Peron speech that she gave on her balcony. And if you remember the musical where it's the Don't Cry for Me Argentina song, that looks like it works well. Which also means we don't have to focus too much on the top. We don't need these turret things. But now that we have this here, we can put tiles on it and finish it off. In fact, that's what we'll do to make it really simple. We'll just finish it off with tiles and with dots. And then we will have our Evita scene. And this is actually perfect because I've been streaming now for an hour and 15 minutes. And I like to keep my streams on YouTube shorter instead of the longer ones, which I do on Twitch. So Twitch, what I'm hoping to do, I'm still trying to decide on my next build, but I'm thinking what the next build might be something like the bookshop. I am really jonesing to do another modular. So that is my hope. And I'm looking now for some whites. Because I think right now we have a 1x6 and a 1x8. So I'm just looking at this. This is not white. I might have to go with, let's see, I think. Or maybe it is white. No, it looks pretty beige to me. Or sand. Okay. This song has been going through your head since you learned what you're building? Yes. That's actually a good sign. It means I'm doing something right if you're thinking about the song. All right, so we have, let me just go ahead and, okay, so you see how we have a curve there, so we can't really take it all the way to the edge. We're going to have to use a dot. Yeah, so we're going to need dots here and dots here. So I could put a 1x4 there. And I think we could put a 1x2 and a 1x2, so I think we'll do that. We are going to put whites 1x4s, since I happen to have white 1x4s. Oh wow, are you watching on your phone? Okay, so is that better now that I've made it bigger? Hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to put 1x2s and then I'm going to finish the rest with the dots. Yeah, I think this is actually a really good plan because now all I need to do is put a whole bunch of minifigs, just load up a bunch of minifigs that she's speaking to the crowd, and then Banana Man is in the background. So, and I'm so sorry that my camera keeps doing that weirdness. Okay. Yeah, so this is a legitimate mock that we're working on right now. And I think that, oh no, I need quarter rounds. Okay, I was going to say, I know I should have some quarter rounds here. Yeah. It's better having this curved edge. Much better, right? Yep, I agree. Let's see, this is not a quarter round. Yeah, if you ever watched me when I was working on, here, in fact, he's right here. I still haven't packed this away, but okay. This is Santa from the Brickheads. You see these dots that are on the bottom? And what's on the side here? I actually had to do that because I didn't like having open studs. There were open studs on Santa, and I was like going, come on, Lego. I mean, Santa deserves better. You know? You've got exposed studs on Santa. Not cool. All right. Okay, cool. So now we can say we did a full conversion of dots, or not dots, of a Duplo to system brick and finished it off because if we didn't do this, then it would look kind of, you know, with all the nubs here. And if I wanted to, I probably could do the conversion down here, but I think for the camera, I think this is the one that's going to be the most obvious. So yeah, much better, isn't it? All right, good. All right, I'm glad because we're into this an hour and 20 minutes. I think what I'll do off stream is now we have Evita giving her speech, and she's got this big balcony. We'll put a bunch of minifigs below, and then we'll just have a couple camera angles with Evita and Banana Man in the background, and then all the people around. And we'll throw in Super Sewer Baby on one of the shots, just to say this was a Super Sewer Baby Saturday. I just threw this out there today, so I know it was kind of a surprise. And maybe it wasn't epic fail, maybe, but we still got something done. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put us back to the full screen. And next time we won't have this weirdness with the camera. Like, there it goes again. I will have my Canon set up. In fact, at the next one with Max on, we're going to use Zoom for that, and not this kind of Zoom, but Zoom the platform. And that one is much more stable. So I think, and we're going to do some testing later tonight. In fact, that's why Max is hanging out right now, because I hope you're not too tired. I hope it's going to be okay. And like I said, this camera is driving me nuts. So I think I appreciate everybody hanging out with me on the Brickanista Building Yak. So today, what we did is, in fact, I called it Super Sewer Baby Saturday, but maybe it's today it was a mock build. So maybe I'll change the title to another mock challenge that we finished. So all I have to do, like I said, this is a finished mock. All we have to do is put a base plate with a bunch of minifigures out, so that she's talking to the crowd. And I happen to have a white base plate that I can use, so it'll all blend together with the white and the balcony, and it'll be perfect because that's what we're doing is we're recreating a historic event and submitting it, and it has to be submitted by the 10th. And Max knows this, that he knows that I also did a German mock, and I just submitted those photos a little while ago because they're 9 hours ahead. So that's been submitted, and I think, I'm really proud of that. I don't really want to talk about it too much until after the voting is done, but Max has seen it because he's with a group of friends in Sortlag, and we were talking through it. So anyway, thanks again, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much, everybody, thank you for the follows. Thank you for all your support. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this stream grows over time. So anyway, you have a great day, and we will see you later. Bye. Okay, you guys are still here because Debo just showed up and Remy Baker. And I'm glad Debo just showed up because I forgot to mention again, I said it at the top of the hour. You're super late. That's okay. All right. So now that Debo's here, where did I put it? Okay. So Remy, you didn't hear this earlier, and now I'm back. So I'm glad you guys said something because otherwise I was getting ready to bug out of here. This is the Creator 3-in-1 set called the Mighty Dinosaurs. And if you go onto Target, you can get this for $11.99 right now. It's normally $14.99. So what Debo and I are doing is Debo is going to be streaming Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific or noon Eastern time. And he's going to be building, I think, one or two of these in the set. And then I think I will be on, we still have to work the logistics, but I will at least be watching him. But one thought I had, Debo, is that maybe I could run Instagram while you're going if you have a second device. So you're still here too, Max? Okay, great. So like I said, Debo and Remy just showed up right when I was closing the stream down. So I'm back. So anyway, so just as a recap, if you want to participate, Debo's going to introduce everybody to the set on Monday. I'm going to introduce this set to my audience on Thursday at 9 o'clock for Thrifty Thursday. And then we're going to do a rebrick challenge on this set. And we still haven't talked through all the details, but it should be the following week. So in other words, he'll open it Monday, I'll open it Thursday. We'll talk to our respective streams, and then we will put out the rebrick challenge and come up with a date for that to be done. So yeah, so thanks for the reminder, and you'll see how many you can get done in the course of the stream. Yeah, in fact, maybe that's the way we do it, is that, what if we can't do a co-stream, like I was thinking we could do a co-stream on Zoom, but I'm not sure if I can stream to your platform. So what we may do is just do your stream the regular way, and then I could just be a moderator, or I can pull up an Instagram feed at the same time, because I haven't done Instagram, so that might be a good way to do it. And then we can introduce more people to this challenge, the 3-in-1 Mighty Dinosaurs Challenge. Yep, there goes my drunken cameraman again. I'll set it over here. Maybe if I set it farther back, it won't be, if it's behind my face, then it seems like it's okay. All right, so the 3-in-1, and from what I can tell, just looking at this, it's got a lot of mixel joints in here. So just for parts usage anyway, and for 12 bucks to get all these parts, there are 174 pieces in here. It's 174 pieces. Lots of really good ideas in here. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun to do. And I would suggest if you are interested in participating, pick up one of these or download it from Bricklink for the studio, and then you could do a rebrick from what's in the box. And we will have to figure out all the details, but we are doing it. We've decided. Both Debo and I bought the kit today, and his stream is Monday. My stream is on Thursday, and then we will have our audiences put together some rebricks and then display them. So we'll figure that all out. But just wanted to remind you to do that. If you just tuned in, here I'll go back to my down camera for a moment. Originally, this was supposed to be a Super Sewer Baby Saturday. Sounds like a good plan, and you could use more ball joints. Yeah, exactly. So, so what I started with is this is a jumbled mess here, but I started with tearing apart my float, and I was asking the audience, "Hey, what do you think Super Sewer Baby should be doing next?" And then Brickman Mosaic asked if I could do a Disney MOC. And then we had a long discussion, and I realized I don't have a lot of Disney characters. In fact, I found the Mulan character, which is Disney. I have, I think, a really micro doll, the Ariel, and I think I have a chipmunk. I think Chip and Dale are Disney too. And that's it. I don't have a lot of Disney stuff. So we figured, okay, we can use that. And then as I was looking around, I remembered I had the Elsa doll, which is also Disney. And then it evolved into I forgot that Jorio builds fruit bomb or vegetable bomb challenge is going on. So that's how it evolved into let's do Evita as the historical event and somebody photobombing that. So that's how this all evolved into this. So if you're looking at the down camera, the other thing we learned today is that this Duplo set is, I tore it apart, and there is the cool lighted brick in here. And where did that go? That is, I think, in here. Or did I set it down? Okay, well, rewind. Go find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the lighted brick comes with this, and I know the camera doesn't really pick it up very well, but it has like 5 or 6 different configurations. And originally it sat on top, but what we decided to do is I used those purple chairs kind of as a color element for the middle, kind of representing the Pink Palace. And then we realized this balcony piece, I'll show you there. This balcony piece has no studs there. It's all smooth. So what we did is we found that the round, okay, why am I not finding it? The round disc piece, how did I lose that? It's right, it was right here. All right, with the minifigs, here it is. Okay, so this piece, system brick, fits perfectly into that platform. So that is looks like a 6x6 disc, will fit perfectly in the platform. Yeah, don't cry for me, mustache Sally. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my God, that's great. I love that. Don't cry for me, mustache Sally. Oh my God. Oh, don't cry for me, Super Sewer Baby. Okay, this jetpack is starting to fall apart a little bit because it fell. All right, I'm going to leave this down here. I'll have to fix it later. Okay, so going back to this, the other thing we did, I'll just take this apart real quickly, is to convert the Duplo to system. you can put these round 2x2s, and the round 2x2s will fit perfectly on there. And then you put system brick or system plate on top, and then we tiled it up with tiles and dots, quarter round dots. And that way you have a nice finished top. So that's what we did, and we said, okay. And then we looked at a reference photo. So I'm not sure if you saw the reference photo. Let me go back to the reference photo, which was, I think, this one. So there's the reference photo. And if we use the black and white one, the other thing I need to do is I need to find a wig that closely matches Evita Perón, and then take the photo with a lot of minifigs kind of around. But that is the reference photo that we're using, and I think that's going to work out really well. So yeah, don't cry for me, Mustache Sally. And you did learn today that you can take Duplo brick, convert it to system, and also use these pieces in some of your MOCs, because I think that's another thing that I'm hoping as a future guest to have Eveline from Lego Masters Netherlands on, because she builds exclusively with Duplo. There's several builders that are called AFOLD, AFOLD, which is adult fans of Lego Duplo, and they build exclusively with Duplo, which I've seen some of their work, and it is amazing. So anyway, so that's the plan. So nice build. Love the balcony. Yes, this one balcony piece. Here, let me show everybody again. This little balcony piece is one piece. So this piece here comes right off, and this is one big molded piece, and you saw what I did when I added those system bricks on top. So it fits, oops, I think I may have, there we go, fits right there. So I think, considering the price and the lighted brick and being able to use some of these pieces, yeah, so this balcony piece is perfect. And like I said, I just need to change out the hair for Evita to be blonde. And nice build. Yeah, thank you. So that's going to be the plan for the Joriel Builds Fruit Bomb Challenge. I have to go back and find what his hashtag he's using for that. But that one I think is due by the 10th. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that off stream, just building a big audience. And I know, Debo, you probably have an audience all ready to go with all the minifigs you have, but that's the plan. All right, my friends. Well, cool. Well, thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it, everybody who's here. And I'll just double check, because we had, I know Stephen Lee had mentioned earlier before. I know Debo, Remy, Max, Brickman Mosaic Arts, Doc Sampson, everybody, you've been awesome. So thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to change the title of this. Instead of Super Sewer Baby Saturday, we'll call it and I'll find the hashtag, whatever that hashtag is for the Joriel Builds Challenge. That's what this stream was all about. Okay, my friends. Well, thank you. Tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. I will have Max Braun as my special guest, as well as Brickworm, and we're going to talk about Micropolis. So thanks again, everybody, and now we will see you later. So keep on building and stay inspired. Okay, bye.